Kiitos. So is it better to have this presentation in English maybe, or then you can ask if you don't understand or I'm unclear somehow. So I'm Tuomas Korkalo, I'm from Rovaniemi and one founding member of Oranki Art. It was so lovely that you invited me here because I started to collect very old things, and then I find this, our first that kind of article from Lapin Kansa newspaper about Oranki Art. We were quite young and beautiful that time, and it was from 2001. And here where you can see that founding group, Pekka Syväniemi, Jari Kylli, Sauli Miettunen and I, and there is a stone made by Sakari Matinlauri, what was the almost first piece in Oranki Art. The first artist was Tom Engblom from Rovaniemi, but Sakari was exactly the second one. I try to remember that like that, but it was. Oranki is there, it's a little bit unclear, but it's in western Lapland, about 16 kilometers from Pello, and there you can see there is Oranki on the border of Sweden. But about history, why we started to organize Oranki Art, it was kind of nice idea between friends that we thought that it would be nice to invite friends there and organize some kind of art event that we can make some site-specific or environmental or whatever, so like paint or whatever, because we thought that we don't tell anyone about that event, because that was the first idea, that it will be secretly in Oranki. But after that, quite soon we noticed that if we want to get some funding, we have to make it more open. So that was the next step, was that okay, we have to open it for the public and try to get some funding somewhere, and then we got the first grant from Arts Council of Lapland, and it was mark time, and it was quite a huge money, like 13,000 marks, and then we organized that next one, what was very already quite international, because I met few artists in Germany and in France, and I invited them there, and it started very like that kind of small scale event that we always invited people and friends what we knew or artists what we liked. We invited always people there, and it has been like that every year. We have organized it already 24th time. The next this summer will be 24th, and last summer we discussed about that with Pekka, who is owner of this property, that maybe is it good spot to stop everything in when we have done this 25 years, like quarter 100 years. It's quite a long time. But let's see, because Pekka was very excited about having one more year even. But let's see what happens. But this summer we will organize it, and next summer, of course, because it's our that kind of festival year, that kind of anniversary, and let's see what happens after that. But it is that kind of like a quarterly thing. So we have organized this since 2001, and there is already 250 pieces in that site, what is about 11 hectares, and it's quite a huge area. And its owner is Pekka Syväniemi, and that's the one reason that we can organize it, because Pekka is the owner and he can do whatever he wants there. And that's, I think, that is a quite important thing for Pekka, that he wants to organize this every year. Pekka is our chairperson and that kind of landlord, and I apply money I have quite a huge network, so I can invite people there, and of course every one of our group invite people, but normally I keep that kind of talk with artists and keep that kind of things going on. But there is still there is 150 artists from 19 different countries already, and there is this 115 pieces still there. I don't know after this winter how many, but then you never know. It's always surprising you when you go first time there after winter what happens, because it can be that. But that's the way. People and artists, they prepare their works, and works can stay there as long as they last. And if they are very in bad condition, we remove them, or nature do that. That's the way. It's very like free kind of attitude there. So here is this map. There is a path about where is our old works, and there's all our works until 2023, I think so, or was it this from last year? I'm not sure. Maybe it's one. There is last summer works are there also, but quite many. And I think it has been quite nice event because we have get so many nice artists there. It's always very nice to get to know new colleagues, and that's very important part of our event, that people get to know each other, and after that they have done quite much cooperation and founded some new artist groups or did some exhibitions or whatever. It has been very beautiful week for the artists. It's a little bit that kind of also at the same time that is very nice and funny. It feels a little bit like crampy and rebel because we have this our, how you say, these cars and houses and things, they are a little bit like about like this car, but it's very handy car. You can drive in a forest and you can carry whatever you want, but it's very illegal one.
Tuomas, onnistuuko jos sä istuisit?
Sorry, joo, kyllä. The site is pretty much that kind of very dry gravel pit with pine wood forest and very dry that kind of kangasmetsä. But you find it's surrounded by these gravel pits. It's somehow it's very beautiful because it reminds somehow this kind of moon landscape also. But you can find really like real forest from there. But there is also these sandy areas, they are very nice for the works. These from last summer, Henrik Härkönen made this kind of kingdom, because there is full of, the site is full of that kind of round stones. And here you can see more gravel, Veikko Björk with this kind of fork and knife. 2019. And it's a very nice that path, it goes on the top of the sand ridge, and it's very nice because you can see quite far from that ridge, and in that side where is this piece you can see the other and they are not fjälls, they are the more vaara. What is vaara? English, I don't know.
Hell.
Fjäll, yeah. But it's somehow it's very beautiful, and you can see quite far from there. But as you see, the materials what artists have chose, it's very large scale of materials. There's very much that kind of canvas and of course wooden and timber material, but of course things what you find from the site. Because we don't have any kind of theme in that event. That we trust always that artists who come there, they do nice things. Of course, we try to create somehow and a little bit like say what we want, but of course we hope that professional artists can do something that they respect the nature and respect also the other works. That's that kind of main thing what we every year we try to like find. But as I said, this is very international event at the same time. Marjorie Woodruff is from Chicago, and as I said, we have had this artist from 19 different countries, and I think the farthest part was New Zealand and Peru. In 1 year it was very international year. In the same year there was a New Zealandian, Peruvian, German, South Korean. It was like and some more, I don't remember even, but it was very international. But it was very nice because somehow you always learn something and you get to know, and after you get these international artists there, you get to know them and they invite you somewhere. That's the one way why I have traveled so much and having exhibition everywhere, because I get to know people there. And people somehow make that kind of small groups and get a new friends, and that's a very important part of that event. Johild Mæland is from Norway. As you see, you can also work in that kind of cultural area there. There is a Pekka's hut, that kind of grill, a barbecue hut, and the house, and we have like spread a little bit these works also to that area where artists are living. And that was very nice because this barbecue hut is very important place for the artist, because it's the place where to be in the evening on the fire and prepare some food and talk and play and sing. It's very nice thing. But this is that kind of hardanger kind of decorative thing what they have done always, like a very old tradition there, that they make they drove these ornaments by chalk, how you say it. And when they clean these old houses, they always make these ornaments there, because they think that if devil is coming, devil can't step in, because devil has to check these details first, that they can jump in. So that's a very nice barbecue hut, because it's for devils then. And this is also from one Norwegian artist, originally from Netherlands, but she's living in Hardanger area, Felike. We got that kind of cooperation 1 year that they invited us to Norway, to Hardanger, and we invited them there. We have that kind of exchange also. Jyrki Poussu was there, and we had maybe Jyrki was there from here, and I was there. But it was a very nice trip. It was a very beautiful place in Norway, and I always remember that very. But as I said, very important thing is that kind of social networking and beer drinking and sauna and food making, preparing food, and that's, I think that most of the artists who come there, they think that they are like at home. I don't know what you feel, but it's quite an easygoing event. It's not very, there is no any uptight assholes normally. We try to avoid them, but we try to collect only nice people there who somehow can work together, and it would be nice to have time because we have to be all there. So we are like to be kind of dictators also. And sometimes we have also live music. There is Kari Söder, as you see, bass player. But we don't have any electricity in that ridge, but we have generators, so we can use tools with electricity and maybe play some electric guitar if you want. But it gives quite noise, that, that kind of aggregate generator. So you have to play very loud. And of course, there is fishing possibilities quite a lot. There is nice fishing rivers and small rivers and lakes where you can go and get some nice fish. That kind of regulars who visit there, they are very hardcore fishermen, so they bring us some nice food every evening, what we can prepare on fire or however. That's my food. And then there is quite nice pizza oven also. You can get 600 degrees inside and you can make that kind of real Napolitan pizza there. This is Ivan Smith from UK, visited last summer in Oranki. And that's, I think that of course it's important to make good pieces there, but I think that as important is that social thing there. I think that it's the most important for me, because it's normally, as all of us from our group, we are working like I'm painter, some other is sculpture, but all winter we are just alone, and it's very nice to gathered again every summer, and it's that really nice starting point of the summer, because it's always happening in second week of June. And it's always, it's already 23 years art school for me, because every year I learn something new about tools and constructions and things. It's very nice. I was very quick. Wow. Now you can ask.
How long are the artists there?
It's more or less 1 week, but it's 2 weekends normally. Yeah. But we open it openings are normally in that Juhannus week. What is Juhannus? Midsummer week. We open it a few days before Midsummer Fest, because people want to go away, of course, to your own cottages. But I think that it's 1 week, it's quite enough also. But I think that we will organize it at least 2 years more. But let's see after that, because Pekka was very happy. Sometimes, because people get older, I'm less or more 20 years younger than they are, but they were much younger than I was when we started to do that. So, but maybe we find some younger people there, some coming years. But yeah, about funding, we are going every year very low budget. We have get some money from Finnish Cultural Foundation for this summer, and we got so much that we can use that also in 2025, what was very good. And also Taike, Arts Promotional Center, have support us, and Pello County of Pello, maybe some year we have get some money, but they are not so active with us. But it's one of the thing in Bell. They want to like advertise it, and they keep like that's our treasure, but they don't want to give any money for us. That's interesting.
Do the artists, do they have ready sketches or ideas when they come?
Sometimes, if we don't know the artist first, we ask some sketches.
And do they stick to it?
Yeah. It was a few years that we opened and made that kind of open call, international open call, and we got quite a lot applications. But we noticed that these days people know it quite well, and they are really asking, and can they come? And we have to really choose people, because of course it's very tiny hut where artists live. There is not too much space. And of course we don't have that electricity, no running water, so it's very like limited. This how people can be there. So we can't have like 15 artists at the same time, or it will be very chaotic. And it is very chaotic.
You have to sleep in same rooms.
Yes. There is that kind of dormitory, and also there is one place if someone needs some more privacy. And normally I live in my Volvo, in my car. People have tents, and it's quite normal, but people find their way to survive that week.
Do you give guided tours?
Oh yes, every year Pekka stays there, and we organize. There is also school groups, and quite a lot of people from Sweden, from that Norrbotten area. There is lots of groups who are coming to visit there, and Pekka show the works and talk with them, and people can barbecue some sausages in a barbecue hut, and we try to keep it very open. After all, even we try to keep it also a little bit secret, but it's
How much publicity have you got from the Finnish papers or foreign papers?
sorry.
How much publicity have you got from Finnish papers or foreign?
Maybe small articles every year. Maybe the biggest one was in 2006 when Sculpture magazine came there and made quite a huge article. And after that, that kind of interesting period that we got a lot application from abroad, because it's quite a huge magazine in USA. And Taide-lehti maybe wrote once.
I have written.
Yes, thank you. It was the only one. Yeah, that was the only one. But these days it's going, maybe newspapers are going so lazy, or they don't have money, they don't write so much. It was normally when we started, it was always that Pohjolan Sanomat and Lapin Kansa and Torniojokilaakso. There was 3 newspapers, and and Yle, our Yleisradio made that TV show once from there. This what was the name? This Finnish-Swedish program. Maybe I find it. Egerland. Yes, they came there, and it was nice.
Okei, kiitos Tuomas loistavasta esityksestä ja